Hello.
How many of you are familiar with Down syndrome? According to National Center Biotechnology Information, in April 27, 2012, Down syndrome is the most common chromosomal abnormality. This abnormality happens during cell division in meiosis. Knowledge about Down syndrome is very critical and it is very useful. It is very critical because the women who are or may want to be pregnant needs to be up-to-date information. And it is useful because the question, is Down syndrome shunned in society, needs to be answered. Tonight, we want to clarify how this non-disjunction happens and how society's vision has begun to change about Down syndrome. Cell division is a key factor of this abnormality. Non-disjunction, referred as non-separation, or non-separation referred as non-disjunction, cause this abnormality. During the cell division in meiosis, this non-separation happens. Each chromosome have two homologous chromosomes in red and blue one, and each homologous chromosome has two sister chromatids. During non-disjunction or non-separation, in meiosis 1, homologous chromosome cannot separate properly. Or in meiosis 2, sister chromatids cannot separate properly and cause this abnormality. According to a STAT Pearls published in April 20, 2019, it says when this chromatid or homologous chromosome cannot separate properly, cause this abnormality, and the Down syndrome child have 47 chromosomes instead of 46. That 23 chromosome normally comes from mother and 23 comes from father. But during Down syndrome, it is not 46 chromosome, 23 from each parent. It is 47. There is a one extra chromosome that's named trisomy 21. Also, maternal age may impact the progeny. For example, according to National Center on Birth Defects and Developmental Disability on December 5th, 2019, older mother are most likely to have Down syndrome children in compare of the younger women. So now we understand and learn the critical aspects of this abnormality. Let's see the societal level of that. There is a new trend in society about Down syndrome. In the past, society was disrespectful about Down syndrome, and most Down syndrome individuals were isolated and just they interact with their own community. And according to Oxford biologist Richard Dawkins says birth of Down syndrome would be immoral if parents have a chance, because life would be terrible thing with having Down syndrome. But at present, society are more respectful, and according to Harvard-trained physician and researcher Brian Scotko says, the family with Down syndrome tend less to get divorced, and the siblings of Down syndrome are better people, and they have in higher rate of satisfaction in their lives, and they are happier people. Also, at the present, we can see more Down syndrome actors in movies and in theaters, just like one of the rising star called Cybus that we can see in Stumptown and a Spare Room. So tonight we learn how Down syndrome come to the world, how society look at them, how non-disjunction happens and leads to this abnormality, chromosomal abnormality. So hopefully your perspective would be clear about this abnormality, and that's why that we have more Down syndrome actors in Hollywood. Thank you so much for your attention.